Hello and welcome to Respectable. It's your boy K. Back again with these previews, man. Back again with these previews. We're still on Group D, and we're doing Turkey, Turkey. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Drop a comment and share this video, guys. Share it. Let's get it lit. Get it. Yeah, guys, we're on Turkey. We're on Turkey. Yeah, Turkey. Where to begin? It's always hard to begin these. Oh, where to begin? Honestly, let me start on. Or obviously, I'm on the coach. Let me start on the coach. Vincenzo Montella. He's been there. I think since I saw him he was the coach for the Euros. I don't know until when, but he was the coach for the Euros. And let me just make this like off the bat. I do not trust this man. I do not trust this man with this national team. This national team, on paper is not looked at as much, but it does have some solid pieces. There are some pieces that could actually take them far. I actually think with a better coach, they could go far. I'm not a fan of Montella. I'm not a fan of what he does in game. I'm not a fan of the defending. His teams don't defend particularly well. This Turkey team is so exposed at the back, hence why Spain was able to drop them multiple times. So I really think this team could go far, but the manager, it's the same thoughts I have, check it out, it will be upcoming for the Dutch, Holland, with where the squad is good, but I do not trust Ronald Koeman. Similarly here, I do not trust Vincenzo Montella, and will that really cost them in this thing, in this group? I don't necessarily think so, this group is not, I also think they got a favorable draw with the US. I don't think Australia or Paraguay should not pose challenges. Obviously they can, this is the game of football, surprises happen, but then it shouldn't. And so let me just pull up the lineups real quick. Let me just pull up the lineups and I'll just highlight the key players within the lineups. I want to start off with in goal. You know, I have here Altay Bayindir. I'm not sure he starts. I think they'll start their other goalkeeper. I'm not so sure which goalkeeper they'll go for. Even when the Euros they swapped between two goalkeepers, they have a big issue goalkeeping wise because Bayindir, man, I'm a Man United fan. Man, Bayindir ain't good. Man, I'm not a fan of Balte by NDA. I'm not a fan at all. He's not particularly good. They even changed him in that Euros. Or they started the other goalkeeper. I don't know. I'm nothing is pointing to a definite number one, which is a key problem again for his team. Hence why his defense is suspect. He will play a three at the back. He's been playing a three at the back from what I've watched from Turkey, and I've watched quite a bit of Turkey. I watched them in the Euros. I watched the games against Spain. I watched the game. I think what was the game against where they dropped them? I think it wasn't Bulgaria, it wasn't Montenegro, but one of those European nations where it's hard. Like when you go to away and it's hard, they're one of those countries, and they were particularly, they grafted hard, but their defense was not good at all. So they did at the back, Badakci from Galatasaray, Ozan Kabak, think he's playing for Hoffenheim, just qualified Hoffenheim for European football. And Kagala Soyuncu, I think he's playing for Fenerbahce now. So, Soyuncu is not good enough. They tried him at Atletico Madrid, not good enough. Leicester City, not good enough. Never been good enough. Badakci, you see how many goals Galatasaray concede. You see how many goals Galatasaray concede. I don't know why they're particularly a fan of him, Badakci. Surprising, he's always there every season. I watch Galatasaray quite a lot and he's always there. Why aren't they replacing him? How did they expect to go forward the backline of Badakchin, Davis, and Sanchez? But that's a story for another day. Ozan Kabak, wasn't giving a good look in at Liverpool, and now at Hoffenheim qualifying for them for European football. I didn't watch a lot of Hoffenheim, the Bundesliga, and I do watch the Bundesliga as well, but I didn't catch a lot of Hoffenheim. Then we have the 3-4-3 by the 3-4-2-1 to be precise. Then the four here, the wing backs will be Zeki Celik. Last I heard of him was at Roma. I don't know if he's still at Roma. I didn't check what team these players play, but Zeki Celik does a solid job in the Serie A. My thoughts on the Serie A. I don't think it's a particularly good league anymore. So, players from there, I just, if I rate the player high from there, that's like from a standard that side, I don't rate them really that highly. Then Fedi Kadioglu, love him, I'd love Man United to have him, at left back, solid enough wing back, does a job in the Premier League, very, very, very good. and it's a good talent. He will be key for them. Then obviously the key player I wanted to start and highlight one of the key players, Hakan Shananoglu. What a baller! I loved Hakan Çalhanoğlu, one of my favorite players out there, guys. I know I just said I don't rate the Serie A, but this guy is a baller. This guy is a baller. Technically, very good. Got a good pass. Can control the midfield. Got a good shot on him. Very creative. He will be key and he'll progressive. Then to Kochu, I think he'll be doing the dirty business in the midfield. Kochu. Last I heard he was playing for Besiktas. Did he move? I don't know if he moved, but he was playing for Besiktas. So yeah, he will do the dirty work. Both creative actually. They can be creative. I know Coach. If you, I gave him a lot of FC and I've once signed him. So I just thought I should mention that out. But I've watched a tiny, a tiny sample size of him. I've seen a tiny sample size of him, and he's not that bad. Then we have two that I just wanna. These are the other key players I wanna highlight. One of the best young talents in the world. Adegule, Keenan Yildiz. I love Keenan Yildiz. Again, Serie A, but a world beater when you say he's one of the best young players in the world. I think he's the top 5, top 10 young players. No, similar with Adegule, top 10. These players are very gifted. They'll be very key. They will be very key. I think they can. I think Turkey should be looking at top place in this group. Despite the manager and the concerns, with this talent on the board, they should be looking for top plays. Then I think he'll play Yilmaz. I don't know the striker situation. I'm not particularly sure who Yilmaz is not a definite starter. I'm pretty sure about the two behind him, but him, it's question mark him. But I think they'll go with him because he has the energy. He does get the odd goal. I've seen him for Galatasaray. So in essence and in conclusion, this lineup is good enough to get first place in this group, and it should get first place in this group. But the manager again, the concerns with the manager. But then again, I had concerns with the South Korea manager. And they managed to pull out a win against Czech Republic, dominating that game. So let's see what we can see from Turkey. But I think they team sheet wise, they're very underrated. No one is really looking at them. Another sleeper team alongside Belgium with me. It's a sleeper team. It's very very good, and the makeup of the squad should go far. They should go far. Should make it past the round of 32. So we will see. We will see, guys. But I'm very high on them. I'm very very high on them. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see, guys. So it is. So guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Please check out more of our World Cup content. We will be dropping more previews. You can obviously see my reaction to the Bafana game. Yeah, it was a night. But check out all our content on our channel. Share this video. Share. And as always, people, peace.